eminent guests from the United States, and a good evening to the distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students, and parents from India. We welcome you all to the Convocation 2021 ceremony. I take the pleasure of inviting Professor S.V. Kota Reddy, the Vice Chancellor, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, good morning, namaste. Nobel laureate, chief guest for convocation ceremony, Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan sir, Director Customer Experience and Satisfaction, Microsoft, Guest of Honor, Ms. Mayurika Singh Madam, Vice Presidents, VIT, Shri Shankar Vishwanathan sir, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan sir, Sri G.V. Selvam sir, Vice Chancellors of VIT Vellore, Vice Chancellor of VIT Bhopal, members of the management, governing body, academic council, finance committee, planning and monitoring board, research advisory board, members of board of studies, advisory boards of various schools, former vice chancellor, registrar Dr. C.L.V. Sivakumar sir, distinguished guests, deans, directors, HODs, section heads, faculty and staff members, research scholars, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of VIT-AP University, it is my privilege to extend a cordial welcome to all of you to the Convocation Ceremony 2021. Despite of all the challenges and obstacles that were caused by the COVID-19, here you are standing strong and high with a greatest accomplishment. You stood with the university to fight the challenges, and here you stand ready to conquer the world with your achievements. We recognize your hard work, efforts, and commitment for coming out with flying colors. My hearty congratulations to all the graduating students. You should be very, very proud of yourselves for accomplishing this goal. Give yourself a big round of applause as you deserve it. The graduating batch of students of any university sets the legacy to be carried by their successors. And you, our Pioneer 2017 batch graduates, you have done a great job by making our success, your success, imprints for your juniors to follow. In academics, in research, in societal initiatives, in national and international competitions through student clubs and technical chapters, be it sports, be it cultural, we name it, you are there to prove yourself. In a short span of 4 years, we have made significant contributions in academic research, sponsored research, innovation through IPR, on-campus incubation, cultural and sports. It was all made possible through your contributions. On this occasion, I am very delighted to inform you that VIT-AP University ranked number 2 among emerging private universities in India in Outlook University Ranking 2021. This achievement would have not been possible without the hard work and commitment of all our faculty and staff members, research scholars, students, parents, and other stakeholders. The university today stands tall with 74 patents published and 65 under review. We published 450 research papers in journals of international repute in the Scopus and Web of Science databases. UG students have published 27 patents and many more yet to be filed. UG students published more than 30 Scopus publications, which are an outcome of projects, speaks your contributions to the research footprint of the university. This is a remarkable achievement. Our students have won the Nidhi Prayas Innovators Grants by the Government of India, which is a major student achievement. Our students have also won gold and silver medals in several national and international sports and cultural events. Some of them have even created Asia and world records. Our faculty members have received research grants from premier agencies like the Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board, Indian Space Research Organization, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Dassault Systems, etc., which are a few to name. The university today has rupees 163 lakh of sponsored grants and rupees 820 lakh grants under review. To ensure research output further, we are establishing 6 centers of excellence with the state-of-the-art equipment for advanced research with the collaboration of industry and international universities. The centers which are under development are AI and robotics, IoT, cybersecurity, image and signal processing, renewable energy, additive manufacturing, and 3D printing. On this occasion, I would like to place in record the fabulous placement of our graduating students. We have achieved around 90% placements with 566 offers, 247 dream and super dream offers. More than 800 companies have participated in the recruitment, and we have achieved an average CTC of 6.28 lakhs per annum and highest pay of 20 lakhs per annum. Around 350 students have grabbed the paid internships and gained industry exposure in their final semester. The university has initiated STARS scholarship program. STARS means support the advancement of rural students. As part of this scholarship, district toppers, one boy, one girl from rural government junior colleges are provided the scholarship with full fee waiver and free accommodation, food, books, laptops. In other words, it is free education. Today, 26 STAR students are graduating, of which 13 students have already been placed in multinational companies with a good pay package. I'm very happy to inform you that the placements for 2022 graduating batch started on a high note with 245 offers, and out of this, 113 super dream, 126 dream with ISCTC of 33.29 lakhs per annum. With all these achievements, we have more responsibilities than what we have delivered so far. We have an undeterred duty to excel in the field of higher education, to publish high quality research and to give our best to the society and to give our best to the nation building through quality education and research. Today, we are extremely honored to have with us Nobel laureate Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. He is Distinguished Professor of Chemistry and Material Science and Engineering, Binghamton University, State University of New York, USA. He won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in the year 2019 for the development of lithium-ion batteries. Amazing invention for the mankind. Without this invention, we can't imagine the operation of mobile phones, laptops, digital cameras, and so on. Sir, on behalf of all of us here, I extend a very warm welcome to you. We are delighted to have with us our beloved Honorable Chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan, sir. He is a great visionary, philanthropist, the leader of people, parliamentarian, educator, entrepreneur, a great orator. In other words, he is an institution by himself. His ambition is to place VIT in the top 200 universities of the world. Sir, under your able leadership, VIT will certainly accomplish this goal. Hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
We are greatly honored to have with us Ms. Mayurika Singh, Director, Customer Experience and Satisfaction, Microsoft India. She is a global technology leader, has multidisciplinary experience with some of the prominent Fortune 100 companies. A warm welcome to you, madam. It is our honor to welcome our beloved Vice Presidents, Sri Shankar Vishwanathan Sir, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan Sir, Sri G.V. Selvam Sir. They have been instrumental in spearheading the progress of the VIT campuses. With their in-depth insight into the corporate world, they continue to take the VIT brand to the greater heights. A warm welcome to all VPs, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome members of the Board of Management, the Governing Body, Academic Council, Finance Committee, Planning and Monitoring Board, Research Advisory Board, Board of Studies of various schools. A cordial welcome to all of you, sir. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. CLV Shivakumar, sir, Registrar VIT-AP University.
Thank you, sir.
It is my privilege to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Krishnaswamy Srihari, Dean of Thomas J. Watson School of Engineering and Applied Sciences at Binghamton University. A warm welcome to you, sir. It is my joy to welcome Dr. Liz, Assistant Dean, Binghamton University, and Mr. Ashish Tanwar, Microsoft India. A warm welcome to all the guests who have kindly responded to our invitation. Many members of the press and media are attending the convocation online. A cordial welcome to each one of you. Team VIT-AP, comprising deans, directors, HODs, coordinators, section heads, faculty and staff members, you play a vital role in carrying the vision of the university with great commitment and hard work. A hearty welcome to you all. I'm very delighted to see large number of parents attending this ceremony online with excitement and joy. I extend a very cordial welcome to all the parents attending this convocation ceremony online. My dear graduates, I wish you goodness, well-being, and success in your career. I'm confident that you will earn laurels to yourselves as well as to your alma mater. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Vice Chancellor to introduce the chief guest.
It gives me a great pleasure to introduce Nobel laureate, Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. Dr. Whittingham is a distinguished professor of chemistry and material science and engineering, Director Chemistry, Northeast Center for Chemical Energy Storage, Binghamton University, the State University of New York, USA. He is 2019 Chemistry Nobel laureate. He received his BA and Doctor of Philosophy degrees in chemistry from Oxford University, where he is an honorary fellow of New College. He has been active in lithium batteries since 1971, when he won the Young Author Award of the Electrochemical Society for his work on beta alumina. In 1972, he joined Exxon and discovered the role of intercalation in battery reactions, which resulted in the first commercial lithium rechargeable batteries that were built by Exxon Enterprises. In 1988, he returned to academia at Binghamton University to initiate a program in materials chemistry. In 2018, he was elected as a member of the National Academy of Engineering and received the Turnbull Award from Materials Research Society. He is a fellow of the Royal Society, Materials Research Society, Electrochemical Society, International Society of Electrochemistry, and International Center for Diffraction Data. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. M. Stanley Whittingham. Now I request Dr. Whittingham to deliver his convocation address.
Thank you very much for those kind words. So, dear distinguished guests, graduates, and your families, this is a great day for all of you. So congratulations. This is the first convocation of your university, and for the students, the first step to the next part of your lives. I thought I would describe a little bit of my life, and that'll give you some ideas of what I think you might consider in your own lives. So, as mentioned, I was English. I now claim to be Anglo-American. I was born in the middle of Britain in the middle of World War II. So I traveled a lot. But the point I want to make here is really I moved around a lot. So for all of you students, take the opportunities offered to you. Now travel the world, be willing to take risks, but remember your mentors. Who got you interested in the subjects you're in now? So I went to a smallish school in Stamford, which is in the county of Lincolnshire in Britain. That's about 100 miles north of London. I show you there my teachers at the time, this group here, very actively involved in everything at the school. And in particular, my chemistry teacher and physics teacher, Major Lamont Squibs Bowman, excited about their sciences, got me excited. And I'm sure each one of you has a mentor you can remember from your high school days that got you involved. As you'll notice, the school is quite old. So I think the chapel there comes from about the 1100s, been built several times since. But then I had the opportunity of going to Oxford University. And the challenges at that time to get into Oxford, one had to pass exams in at least 3 languages, one of which had to be Latin or Greek. And my headmaster, who's shown in the center of this picture, gave me tutorials so I could pass the Latin exam. Today, everything's changed. I think there are no language exams to get into Oxford, and I think there's little language exams to get into most universities in the world. I'm not sure that's a good thing because we need to understand the cultures of each other. And I'll say in a few moments why I think that's very important. So after Oxford, I went to California. I went to California for 2 reasons. One, it was the up and coming place to do science, and to get ahead in science in Britain, you had to go to America for 2 years. But also the sun shone in California. The sun doesn't shine too much in Oxford, particularly in the winter. So I went there, I went to a different discipline. I went to material science and engineering. So I started understanding the engineering side of things, not just the fundamental science. And I think that is very important. But I also had a couple of opportunities. At Oxford, when I was doing my doctorate, I was being funded by the then what's called Gas Council. This was the one who ran all the gas operations in Britain. And just before I started my doctorate, about I think a few weeks before, they struck gas in the North Sea. And they said, we're not interested in what you're going to do for your doctorate, do whatever you like. So this gave me the opportunity of choosing my own topic. And I think this is a huge opportunity. When I went to Bob Huggins in California, I went in, I think, late January. He left in March for a 2-year stint running all the material centers out of the Department of Defense. So for 2 years, I essentially ran his research group. So this was, again, a great opportunity to broaden myself, to actually initiate some research projects. So to all the students there, as these opportunities come up, grab them. Don't let them pass by. Don't be conservative. Be willing to take risks. Another point I want to make is have dreams, but be patient. Discoveries take time, much more time than most people anticipate or wish. So if we look back in the 1970s, that's when we did the first ideas about batteries. It took close to 20 years before they became commercially viable. And this was, again, an international operation. So we in States licensed the technology to the Japanese. They then had a company there, Sony, who had some products. They wanted to be vertically integrated. They wanted a battery for their products. So they licensed the technology then from other Japanese companies. So that took from early 1970s to 91 to be commercially viable. And it took, and probably most students don't realize, it's fairly recent that things like iPhones were around. They haven't been there forever. Just like when I started out in the 1970s, we didn't really have any computers. The one computer at Oxford and Stanford was the same. It took up a whole house. And it had vacuum tubes in it, which had to be replaced every night. Today, our iPhone has more power than those computers. But it's only 14 years since. No, we can say that the electric vehicles are now not stodgy cars anymore. They're exciting cars that US students might want to have. And obviously they have the best acceleration of any vehicle on the road, including most Formula One cars. At the bottom there, I show you another vehicle, not exactly a car. This is the International Space Station. And they switched to lithium-ion batteries during the Nobel ceremony in 2019. So here again, this dream we had went into everything. The other key area where batteries, and we didn't really dream about this back then when we started out at Exxon wanted to build electric cars. We didn't really talk too much about the grid, but on the right-hand side, you can see a grid storage system. This is 1.2 gigawatt hours. This is by a factor of 4 the largest in the world. And this will make all the difference now. So, no, I had some dreams back in the 1970s. I didn't really dream of space stations or large grid systems, but we did dream of having electric vehicles, clean vehicles at that time. And certain places like the US Postal Service actually had a test in Cupertino, California, switched all their vehicles over to electric for about a year or two. So you can have dreams, have them, but be patient, don't rush them along. And if you're fortunate, I think like I was, they will come true. I've shown you the status today. Tomorrow, I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be your dream. You need to fill in this page, put your ideas here, and then go after them. The world is really totally open to you. And maybe just one of you will have the same experience as I did when I went to Stockholm. It's almost 2 years ago now. A very exciting time, very busy time. And probably the highlight is when you meet the king and get the medal. But that same evening, you also go to his palace and have dinner with the royal family and about 1,000 other people. So a tremendous amount of pomp and circumstance. So no, it's not just Britain that's known for pomp and circumstance, it's the whole world. And I suspect there's still a certain amount of it still in India. But this is what you can anticipate. So I want to leave you with 3 messages. And these are ones I gave in the Nobel banquet speech. So each area has to have one of the winners give a speech at the banquet. This is about a 3-minute speech. And the point I wanted to make there really is that science is interdisciplinary. And I use science in the broadest sense of the word. This can include, obviously, computer science, social sciences, everything. Really, science knows no boundaries. In fact, the exciting things happening in our world are at the boundaries of the old traditional disciplines. And that my personal feeling is the sooner we break down these disciplines, certainly at the graduate level, the better for everybody. And I emphasize this here because I'm a chemist, John Goodenough was a physicist, and Akira Yoshino was an engineer. So it took those 3 disciplines